There are times where I reach a point where I feel like drawing, but then I can't think of what to draw. Like, I get a vague idea of what I want to draw, but every time I go to sit down to draw it, I can't. Hey guys, it's JL Phoenix, and today I'm going to be talking about my experience with art block and, by extension, creator's block, and how I overcame it. So, we all heard at some point that, from other artists that they've gone through art block, that at some point or another they've talked about art block, or even creator's block. And I as well have also gone through these things. But like every other struggle out there, it can be overcome. When I get art block, it frustrates me to no end. It stops my progress and it affects my productivity. Oftentimes I notice I get artist block, and within extreme cases, creator's block, whenever I am either feeling A, tired, exhausted, or fatigued, or B, I haven't drawn or created anything within a week, or C, I'm stressed about something. These things tend to be the main causes of the art block that I tend to face, or as I said earlier, the creator's block I tend to face. And every time I experience this, I tend to feel frustrated, as I've said a million times. The frustration is too much. And this is made even worse when I have an idea and I can't execute it because my brain and hands are not cooperating. Like, they're just not coordinating with each other. It's like, sometimes I get stuck at like the mental visual level, and other times I'm at the, I want to draw something, but then I'm like, I can't draw it. I don't know what to draw, Sometimes I get to that point and it's just like, I don't know what to draw. But I found some ways on how I can actually fix this. What are some things that I do to at least help mitigate the chances of me getting art block or creator's block? So, number one of the ways how I at least overcome my fatigue, or whenever I'm feeling fatigued, I tend to just step away from my tablet, my sketchbooks and everything. I just kind of step away from my drawings and go and do something else. That way I won't be forcing myself to try and create or draw anything, and I can give myself time to breathe. I find that helps a little better with my creativity, that I give myself breaks. Because sometimes we get to a point where we're doing so many things, and when we finally get down to like, okay, I just want to draw this one thing for myself, it's like, man, I can't do that. So yeah, like I said, I find just stepping away, either reading a book or playing video games, has also really been a huge help in helping me overcome my fatigue. Number two, going outside. Yes, going outside can actually help with clearing your head. Sometimes a change of scenery can really help with getting your creativity back, kind of jump starting your brain and getting back to it again. Just seeing things outside of your bedroom or, wherever you tend to draw. Just seeing other locations can also help with getting that creativity back. At least that's what helped me. No two cases are ever the same. You know what I'm saying? Number three, de-stressing. So anytime I feel like I got a lot of things going on in my head, I need to get what's in my head out, right? Because if I ever feel like I'm stressed, it's because I'm keeping things in my head and I need to get it out my head. So one of the best ways that I find helps with getting things that's in my head out of my head is by seeking wise counsel. So going to talk to either my mentor or my coach tends to help with getting what's on my head out, and on top of that, writing things down. Sometimes I have to write things down and then talk to someone about it, but writing things down definitely really helps with getting what's in my head onto a paper, so that way I can empty my brain out. It just helps with freeing space pretty much. I'm kind of like a computer, you put too many files or too many programs and stuff on there, and after so many updates, it eventually starts slowing down, so it's kind of like that. Numero cuatro, or number 4. Sometimes it just takes drawing something different. A lot of times, if, you've been drawing something for the past, I'll say this, you've been drawing kind of the same things for the past, let's say a couple weeks or so, and sometimes your brain gets to a point where it's just like, yeah, we've been doing this a lot, we're bored, because I myself kind of run into this problem of like, oh, I've been drawing the same thing over and over again, or I guess you could say I've been drawing the same kind of stuff over and over again, and I haven't exactly like done anything outside it. So a lot of times it just takes, going back to the basics, drawing something simple. Sometimes just drawing hair can help, or drawing hands, eyes, just one thing specifically. Or, for me, drawing my little gremlin creatures. Because a lot of times they're just simple shapes, and they're not nearly as complicated to draw. So that tends to help too with me getting back with my creativity. And, reawakening my artsiness. Yeah. And last but not least, taking a nap does wonders. Yes, taking a nap can definitely really help. At least for my case, it's helped me a lot. Like, especially since sometimes I'm sitting at my computer and I'm like falling asleep because like I didn't really get enough sleep the previous night, or I was just that exhausted. So taking a nap and just simply giving your brain time to rest and reset pretty much can help with getting that creativity back as well. But these are just some of the things that I tend to do, or rather that I use to help myself whenever I'm facing art block or creator's block. Although it is annoying to go through, I know it's annoying for me, I don't know about you guys, but I get very annoyed whenever I reach art block or creator's block, because then it stops, like I said earlier, it stops my creativity or my productivity and my progress. But otherwise than that, like I said, these are just some of the methods that I use. Hopefully, these methods help you. It just really depends on what I really need for the moment. Sometimes I need a nap, sometimes I need to step away, and other times I actually need to draw something different. And that's one of the things that I often tell Dad Phoenix, because yes, as artists we do need to at least draw one thing. Like at least one thing within the week. Take 5 seconds at least to draw a stick figure or something. I don't know. You gotta exercise your drawing muscles in your brain. At least it's how I see it, But otherwise than that, thank you for watching today's video. I know it's entirely different from what I normally do. I just felt that it was necessary for me to share, like, at least one of the struggles I went through and how I overcame it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What are some of the methods that you use when you're facing art block? Do you have to take time to draw something else? Do you also have to take a nap, or maybe you use an entirely different method that I've never used? Who knows? But feel free to share that down in the comments below. Also, I want to give a special shout out to our Patreon supporters. We have 2 now, guys. 2! Can you believe that? So, I want to give a shout out to The Ocean Shock and Zeta787. Thank you guys for being a Patreon supporter. It means a lot, and thank you all for subscribing. With that being said, make sure to leave a like and don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the way out. Have an amazing day, guys!